What's going on, guys? It is Moldy Fade here, and today we're going to talk about what if Izuku Midoriya was a Hanma. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If this video gets 2 likes, I'll make the next part within a week. I hope you guys enjoy. After the UA Sports Festival, Izuku Hanma went to the Endeavor Agency for his internship with Todoroki surprisingly. Around that entire week, Izuku learned how to be a way better hero, and his hero costume did get some upgrades. Instead of just being shirtless or shorts, he had a tank top with shorts. It didn't really change all that much. Izuku kind of realized that, most villains don't really require a lot of strength, at least for him, and if he wants to get stronger, he needs to fight stronger people. So he does spar with Endeavor a few times. Most of the time he gets his ass kicked, but it doesn't matter to him because he's just getting stronger. Eventually, Endeavor takes Todoroki and Izuku to Hosu. And yes, the night of Hosu, it happens the exact same way, but sadly, Izuku and Todoroki don't step in because they don't know what's going on. All they can do is just fight a bunch of Nomus, which is very easy for Izuku and Todoroki since Izuku's immense strength even though he's quirkless, and Todoroki because of his ice and fire, which he's been using a lot more together than you would be before. But sadly, since nobody can intercept Stain while he's fighting Ida does die. Yeah, sorry. I couldn't think of a better way, to try and make this scene not happen, but since, no one can interfere what he's doing, Ida's doing, he dies. And after Hosu, it is reported on the news, and this is the same day all the students go back. They all saw on the news Ida's death towards the hero killer, and it was in Hosu. When this occurs, and this occurred in class by the way, Izuku and Todoroki's eyes would widen, realizing that they could have stepped in if they had known. But since really nobody could have known what was going to happen, no one blames them. Especially Momo. Momo does comfort Izuku in this because she knows he might be stressed out. Even if he's trying to give a brave face, it's very obvious that he actually cared about Ida. This only pushed Izuku to train more specifically to fight the hero killer Stain. This worries Momo because she knows what happened to Ida was out of revenge, and Izuku could die the same way. But Izuku does comment on one thing: he is a lot stronger than Ida, and he'd gladly risk his life to revenge him. Also, because of Ida's death, the UA dorms are actually going to happen a lot sooner, but it would take more encouragement, so it takes around a few weeks for all the students to get there. Because of Izuku's mom doesn't really care about his safety because she knows he's a lot stronger than most people, she actually does agree at first. Doesn't really take a lot of convincing from Hanma and or Aizawa. After the few weeks of all the students getting settled in, they return to classes. They don't have the competition because they're still mourning for Ida's death, so it just doesn't happen. Izuku meditates a lot more than physically trains, which kind of upsets Yujiro, Yujiro is stalking Izuku like a hawk. Yujiro notices something about Izuku. He's never actually really had to fight for his life. The only time he did was fighting the Nomu, and really that's just low-class villains and students. So he seeks out the hero killer and eventually finds him. The hero killer at first would attack Yujiro, but after realizing that his blade can't even cut through his skin, and Yujiro snapping his blade one by one, just to show who's it's just showing he's way better than Stain. He looks at Stain in the eyes and he gives him a picture. As he would then state, "That's my son. I need you to do me a favor. I want you to kill him. Do you understand?" As the hero killer states, "I don't kill kids." As then Yujiro states, "But you killed that kid a few weeks ago." As the hero killer would just ask, "Look, it was more of to try to get rid of the future of heroes." As he kind of stuttered, he realizes that it was kind of a mistake, and it does bend through his philosophy a bit, but it doesn't break it. Yujiro would state that he'll give him pretty much most of the money in the world, and or he can have... Yujiro would state that he will help the hero killer in killing all heroes if he can kill his own son. The hero killer would ask what's so important about this is Yujiro states that he wants his son to be strong. And if he can't even handle a person like you, it's not even worth my time and I'll just start over later. The hero killer would state that's kind of cold, as he would ask where this boy is, as Yujiro would state the location's in the back of the picture. Alright, now get to going. The hero killer would turn around and just walk away, turn around again to see that Yujiro is kind of just gone. He is fast as fuck. So, yeah. This hero killer Stain just continues on his route. Now it's around nighttime. Izuku's meditating while Momo's watching. Izuku opens his eyes and decides to sit next to Momo, as dinner is about to get ready for all the students. When this happens, Izuku notices a glimpse in his eye. As he then looked towards where that light was projected, he sees somebody in a tree, but he can't make it out. The guy lunges forwards and breaks through the window and aims specifically towards Izuku. Izuku would grab the sword, and using the momentum of the hero killer, he would then gut punch Stain to near the windows. As Izuku would realize who this person is, all the students would get ready to fight, as Izuku states, "It's mine." As Stain would comment, "Wow, your father really said he was looking for an opponent. I didn't think you would hit me, but you won't do that again." As Izuku realizes who was up to this, his dad, he just looks at everybody and states, "Yeah, no, seriously, I got this." No one would tell Izuku to be careful. Izuku would lunge towards the hero killer, and the hero killer would try and stab him, but the sword would break upon impact of his skin. Then Izuku would just, downward slam. He would grab Stain's face and slam it towards the ground, kind of breaking the floor a bit. Stain will realize that he can't really use cutting in a natural way, so he'll have to make sure he draws blood by brutalizing his body. He'll kill Stain within just He'll kill Stain, Jesus Christ, will kick Izuku towards the TV. The TV would break upon impact, and Izuku would have to get back up. The fight goes on more like this, where Izuku throws a punch, Stain throws a punch. It's more of a brawl than anything. Aizawa realizes what's going on, and he'd want to help, but he then hears Izuku stating that he has this. Izuku eventually will uppercut Stain, and Stain would look down at Izuku. "You're way stronger than that Ida kid of yours." As he said this, his arm would break. As he realized Izuku appeared directly in front of him, but his eyes had changed. There was a glimmer in his eyes. It was red. Izuku looked down at Stain. "You are not worthy of saying his name." He would then right hook Stain into the chest and breaking a few ribs. He would then uppercut Stain again, nearly breaking his jaw. Stain would realize the kind of trouble he's in, as Izuku would sweep Stain's leg, breaking the right leg on impact, and the second leg was badly bruised. Stain is now on the floor. As he's trying to crawl away, Izuku then snaps his other leg. Stain would try and use a sword, and he would slash at Izuku's chest, and this time it actually cut. Before he could actually lick the blood of Izuku, Izuku just stomps on Stain's other arm and breaks that too. Izuku would pick Stain up. "Now, I want you to feel the pain Ida felt." Let's see, what were his wounds again? Oh yeah, a stab through the back. As he would then spin Stain rapidly over and over again, smashing him through the window and towards a tree. Where the tree hit Stain's body was the lower back, breaking his spine. Stain would realize that he's paralyzed from the waist down, and he'd try to crawl away through his arms, but it would be kinda useless. Izuku would then fly out the window and knee drop the same spot the tree hit him again with immense pain on Stain. Stain would pass out. Izuku drags Stain's body back into the dorm and throw it towards Aizawa, as he would then state, "The deed's done." Aizawa would arrest Stain, and things would just go smoothly from there. Izuku would go to his room to meditate again, because last time he did this, he nearly killed one of his friends. And this time he just needs to calm down. Momo doesn't really check on him because she knows what he's trying to do, and he gives him his space. Jesus Christ, I am off today. Anyway, back to the story. We see Kataguri. Jesus Christ. We see Kataguri looking through the window in the shadows. He then opens the portal and goes in it. He then reports to Yujiro. Yujiro would ask what's the state of Izuku's body, as Kataguri states there's only one slash in the chest, and he would then ask if his son won. As Kataguri would then state, Stain, well, he's paralyzed, and Izuku snapped his back, broke both his legs, his arms, and a few ribs, and nearly broke his jaw. As Yujiro would look back at All for One's trembling in fear as Yujiro would begin to laugh. I can't wait until he has to fight you. Let's see. Your plan was to kidnap that Bakugo kid. I'll help you help me, okay? You kidnap him, alright? Bring him to a location. I want you to fight my son. Do you understand? I'll make sure my son gets there. As All for One would state, what if I kill your son? As Yujiro would turn around. If you can kill my son, then it wasn't worth training. I'd rather just make another one and restart. Hell, us Hanmas can live for a long time since our bodies are extremely healthy. I can wait another 15 years. As he just walked away. Besides, my firstborn would also like to speak to him. Isn't that right? As he turned to a giant man, 7 feet tall with blonde hair. Isn't that right, Jack? As this is where we will be ending off this part. Next part will cover the entire exam arc and the beginning of the camp arc. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you comment, my video gets more views. And if my video gets more views and gets more traction, then I get more subscribers. And I have something I want to do when 100 subscribers come. So please, I beg of you, like and subscribe. See ya.